Amazon Prime just keeps giving me all these independent films and I'm all for it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new movie review. Today I'm going to be discussing a brand new independent feature film called The Vast of Night, which is one of the most unique films I've seen probably all year long. It's not one of my favorites. I definitely liked it and I definitely appreciated it more than anything. But I think a lot of people are going to eat this one up, like a lot of other people did, especially at earlier film festivals where this had premiered at. And overall, I mean, this is a very unique film. If you are a major fan of the Twilight Zone, which I know I was, there's a lot of appreciation to go around in here, especially just from the opening intro to this movie. It is quite impressive. If you guys are new here, though, make sure again to hit that like and subscribe. And if you want to be a geek like me, if you want to keep talking movies, I want to keep talking them with you guys. So make sure to hit that like and subscribe so you don't miss out on content like this on a daily basis, as well as comment down below and let me know what you guys' thoughts. Are you guys excited for The Vast of Night? Are you not? Let's discuss it down there. Vast of Night, it takes place in the twilight of 1950s on one fateful night in New Mexico, where a young switchboard operator, Fay, and a charismatic radio DJ, Everett, discover a strange audio frequency that could change their small town and their future forever. Now, I never even saw the trailer for this, but I saw the poster, I heard a little bit of rumblings about this, and you know, it's aliens. I'm always for an alien type movie, but this is again one that it's an independent film. It has to tell it on a little bit of a different feature. This isn't going to be like War of the Worlds or say Signs when they're like right up inside your face at times. This is very much in the vein of totally inspired by the Twilight Zone show. And in every capability, it feels like a modern day, like someone came and said, I'm going to make a modern day Twilight Zone and tell stories in this, and I'm all for this. I really hope this director gets to tell more things inside this world, or in general, more things in this perspective, because I would be all for that. I think this is a different type of storytelling than we've ever gotten, and a lot of the creepiness, the atmosphere that is built in here, and in general, a lot of the story is built on people telling stories over the radio between these two people and hearing these different sounds that are possibly going about inside of everything. Probably one of my favorite things about this is how they were able to build that tension and build that weird, creepy atmosphere through these stories. And it really felt like, I know sometimes like I've like when I was younger, my parents used to show me, or my grandma used to show me, these weird radio things of people telling stories about alien abduction, and it's really creepy, but it took me back to those days and I was kind of like, ugh. This is weird. It's things like that that make this movie so unique in its capability, and one of the reasons why I really liked it. This film would not work if it wasn't for Sierra, McCormick, and Jake Horowitz, who play the main two characters. It is truly them that really tell this story, and in general are the ones that carry this whole entire movie to make it what it is. Without them, this film wouldn't be anything. But it really, I mean, when it comes down to a star for this film, it is the director. Director Andrew Patterson makes a stamp here, and a stomp to say, hey, look at me, do not forget about me, because I think we are going to be looking back at this film one day and being like, dang, that was his first film. I'm so excited to see what he will truly do next. Whether it's in this genre, whether it's in another genre, it's going to be quite impressive. It kind of sucks that this isn't going to be able to go into a lot of theaters. I know it is going to some drive-ins, which is really cool, and I really implore that if you do have a drive-in near you playing this, you probably should go see it, but you know, it is going to be streaming, so that's even cool too. With every movie, I do have some cons to it, and The Vast of Night for me, while I really much liked everything about it, there comes to a certain nuance that while it builds up this really cool tension and atmosphere, and it has some incredible cinematography at times, especially towards the later half of the movie, like the last act has some great cinematography. This is a film that I feel like does feel at times stretched to be a feature film. There is a lot of running and walking, and the shots are really cool on how they do it, and again, the conversations are intriguing, but it felt repetitive in its nature at times, and it felt for an hour-and-a-half film that, yes, in a 30 to 40 minute format, this probably could have worked really well and probably even perfected it, but it does feel repetitive in its nature, and I think that repetitiveness was the thing that kind of tired me out through this. And again, that's not a big nitpick from me. I still dug the whole movie overall, but for me, I gotta mention that, you know, that's what hit me. And sometimes when repetitiveness hits and I'm like, okay, let's move on to this next thing. Where's this going to go? It's still intriguing, but where's the story overall going up to? And I liked the ending overall. I really did. But it's just that it took me out of the moment for a bit. And that's sometimes life. Life is repetitive, but I was expecting a little bit more in those capabilities, especially from hearing all the high praise this film was getting at a lot of film festivals. I was expecting to be like amazed in different capabilities, and I was amazed overall from the atmosphere created in here and the way that they were able to tell this story, and in general that it's just a total inspiration from the Twilight Zone. But that repetitiveness of the story really kind of harmed me for a little bit of it. Even with that in it, I don't think this movie will be for everyone. There are going to be a lot of people who tune into this and tune out because there's really not much happening but these conversations. And I'm really curious to see how the general going audience takes this film in. Before I give you guys my final thoughts on The Vast of Night, make sure to get in a comment down below. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this film. Are you guys excited for it? Are you not? I'm really curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this one because this is one that I think it's going to be very different to hear what everyone's perspective is on The Vast of Night. As well, guys, if you guys are new here, though, and you want to be a geek like me and keep talking movies, hit that like and subscribe button. As well as head on over to Sandwich on Films on how to see films early. And just, of course, a big thank you to you and a big thank you to my Patreon supporters, because without you, I wouldn't be able to do this. Vast of Night is easily one of the most unique films that I've seen in a very long time. It's super creative, and in that direction alone, I have to give this film major props. The atmosphere built in here is one of the most unique ones that I've actually felt in quite a while, and some of the shots in here are just drop dead gorgeous. The performances are really star powers and really hold this film to its own, but it's Andrew Patterson's directing that is absolutely the star of this whole entire feature film. I love independent films, and I love when they can kind of do these different things, and I love the Twilight Zone as well, so the inspirations taken from that to make this put a big giddy smile on my face. Now, while I still think the story is pretty repetitive and I don't think it's going to be for everyone, I think a lot of people will tune out for this one, especially once they kind of get where this is going. I can't emphasize enough to finish the film because I think it does end in a pretty cool way. I just wish that the story wasn't as repetitive, and I wish they would have found different avenues to have told stories in this way. That's just my total opinion. Everyone's going to feel different. It looks like a lot of people love this at the festival. I still really liked it, so all that said, I'm going to give The Vast of Night a B. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. Are you guys excited for this one? Are you not? What do you guys think about this? Let me know down below, guys. Thank you guys again so much for watching this, and of course, until next time, stay classy.